till they made me the villain. Was gonna get a room, but they gave me a villa. I got game, Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a Sprinter. What's a two up? Never been afraid to play my cards. What's a risk to a winner? Barely hang out with these days. What's a lame to a real one? Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Never turn my back on my guys.
Today on EA Sports, it's Super Bowl Sunday. It's the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Carolina Panthers.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the champions from the NFC, the Carolina Panthers. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go to wrap up a great Sunday of football. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you got the biggest game of your life to win.
Here's Spears on second down. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
So now here are the Panthers with excellent field position to start off. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
On second down, it's Richardson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. On first down, Richardson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, as you can see, they're not operating at full health today, partner. That's been a big story the last couple of weeks. But the bottom line, their record is solid, and you know that this is still a very dangerous team, even with those guys missing.
What they have shown us throughout this season is that this team has stayed focused, and some injuries, they just...
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Roquan Smith gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up third down. I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Operating from the gun, Green. And he hits Drake. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in. It's Richardson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Panthers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. But Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now Spears to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Right back to Spears. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now 3rd down and 7. Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Morgan. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Stopped in his tracks by Ahmad Gardner. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the option, here's Spears. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Hand off to Spears. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 3 more quarters of football left in this season as we're through one, and we'll be back in a moment with more of Super Bowl 64. 7-0 is our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's a give to Spears. Down right around the 25. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On On third down, Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Inside the 20. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Spears. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. Jackson options out left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And the Panthers coming out now. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run with Richardson. Bobby Brown on the tackle. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Back to throw. Green. It's complete to Drake. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. And, Charles, everybody here this week talking about the quest for the 7th Super Bowl title for this head coach, one that would put him in the top spot in the modern era.
And you have to think that the way the league is constructed, Brandon, parity rules, right? So let's face it, my math is rudimentary, but you would think that the average team would win 1 Super Bowl every 32 years, right? And here he is trying to win his 7th. It absolutely boggles the mind and confounds the rest of the league.
Drain down on first down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Off the play fake. Green. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Hodges. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. Green. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Adafe Owe. Able to drop him for a loss of a couple. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now a draw play, Richardson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Panthers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Spears. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. And Spears with another carry. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Jackson's throw here taken in by Morgan. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Here's 3rd and 3. To throw is Jackson. They'll set up the screen for Spears. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down now, but that clock rolling. To throw again is Jackson. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. throwing is Jackson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden
right at the
and
goal
Charles
line.
Davis.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. To throw is Green on 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Hodges. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down. Here's Richardson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That good for 19 and a first down. Ness will carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Green. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Green. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Here's a run by Spears. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into him. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Richardson. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'll give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run and then executed.
They work now on 2nd and 9. On the ground, here's Richardson again. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Here's 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it's Richardson, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now a give right side. It's Richardson. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Jackson going to run again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And now a run. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Green. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Hundreds of games, all this football, and it all comes down to the fourth quarter of Super Bowl 64 in just a moment. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On second down now, it's Richardson. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. The offense on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Off play action. Green. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this fourth quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's brought down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
Right back to him on first down. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll run with Spears.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line.
3rd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's taking it around the 40.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 5.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
11 yards and a Panther first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
And he's got it down to the 28. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hodges. That one a first down pickup of 8. Back to throw. Green. That's going to be caught by Richardson. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. On 2nd down, it's Richardson. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
85 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Looking to throw. Green. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Panthers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And it's quickly becoming now or never time in the Super Bowl, trailing by 7 here in the 4th. A pivotal moment in this football game. Now Jackson on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Morgan. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. From the 29, here's second down and 7. Jackson. Forced out to his left. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. Jackson from the shotgun. Over the middle, complete. That's Turner. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. Fourth down, 10 yards to go. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run again with Richardson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have a Panther first down. And it is celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. That's it. It's all over. And the Carolina Panthers are your Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
Let us exist in peace. I'm really just getting started. You've only witnessed the tease. 10,000 steps ahead as I choke on it. 2017 was my moment of truth. I was a year away from not being known as a youth. Approaching manhood. Peach fuzz covered my chin. Even then I would leave rap going with the wind. I'm not a Muslim, so why would I lie or pretend? I'm not too good at following trends. I am the trend. I am the truth. I am the God. I am the Zen. There is no way around it. My just make amends. These flows are coated golden. If you the then I must be the cold and exploding what the commode is. Real soon they're gonna have to mention Mr. Clay the magician with the greatest of Drizzy, Drakes, and Wheezies, Andres and Jiggers, Pac, Biggie, and Nas, Face Mob, Yeezy, and Raekwon. It's easy to say these things looking for clout, but this is non-fiction. The proof's in the pudding, it's none missing. You and your opinion, you can stick that up your... I jumped to touch the sky and landed on planet Uranus. Houston, we got a problem. No need to look for solutions. I'm stacking Eisenhowers. Deceased presidents in the wall in my residence as I increase stepping on ballin' forever while kissing the sweet melanin of a broad that I met in the Netherlands. Address me as Marcus Clay, the developing veteran. That's why I got no time to sleep. I gotta creep the late night to get this cake to bake right. I'm thinking real estate licenses. I've seen multiple moments of indecisiveness. I got scars on my back that resemble tiger slits. When it's all said and done, I'll be one of the greatest you know. The only one left like a by the Uno. But who knows what the future holds? My moving stupid. Most of you do it for the internet, and I'm not into that. And that's the disconnect. Comparing me to these rappers is disrespect. Who's the best MC? Cole, Kendrick, and me?
We got London on the
Whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. And that's what made me rich. The whole club. McLaren way too white to be shooting in the ops. I'm sleeping good at night, see the door don't got no locks. To be spiteful, she best friends with the ops. And you need better stops. Standing on my money, dog. Please don't get involved. Ain't nobody running off. Rules to the basics. I can't be no son-in-law. I can't take the summer off. I make it look good and all, but this is no vacation. All the goons, they respect me and I know it. Watch your words and your tone, you not a poet. My advice, please don't try to be heroic. Let me know they whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. I never had a mentor. I only watch Scarface. I met her at a club. She twerk better when her heart breaks. Hey, hood the one I wanna everything that I get. I'm praying for a Bentley and to never go to jail. I'm fresh up out the gutter, I don't know if you can tell. I'm hustling for everything I do for